Welcome to Telluride Estates, a program dedicated to showcasing the finest real estate opportunities within the spectacular region of Telluride, Colorado. With Bill Fandel, Vice President and Managing Broker of Peaks Real Estate Sotheby's International Realty, serving as your guide, we'll take a closer look at some of Telluride's true estates. Telluride began its storied history as a rough and ready mining town during the Victorian era of the late 1800s. After a period of dramatic booms and busts, Telluride lay dormant for almost half a century, until it re-emerged 35 years ago to become one of the premier mountain resorts in North America. Owing much of its appeal to its staggering natural beauty and small-town atmosphere, the region continues to captivate the interest of savvy travelers from around the world.
Telluride has become an appealing place to second homeowners around the world for its unique combination of spectacular beauty, a rich history, and dynamic cultural offerings. And it really satisfies the most discriminating buyers for that unique combination.
Bill Fandel understands that a property, regardless of its price, holds and reflects the value of the client's life investment. As an established and trusted real estate advisor, Bill consistently represents the region's most sophisticated buyers and sellers, as well as the finest properties in the marketplace. As is true with the most sought-after locations in the world, understanding the trends and conditions within the localized market is pivotal for those interested in exploring the opportunities more seriously.
Let me start off by telling you a little bit more about the Telluride region and the Telluride real estate market. It's a very simple equation, really. It's one of those remarkable places surrounded by public lands. Telluride is really an oasis in the middle of hundreds of thousands of acres of publicly owned property. And what that creates is really a supply-constrained area. You know, it's really a case of simple supply and demand. You have a growing universe of people who come to this town, are absolutely awed by the setting, and yet there's a relatively finite amount of developable land within the town of Telluride, the adjacent mountain village, and the surrounding towns and municipalities within the San Miguel County. As of 2006, there was only 7,300 people that lived in San Miguel County. Yet remarkably, the Telluride real estate market, almost $750 million worth of property transacted last year, much of it located within those communities I just mentioned. So if you look at the Telluride marketplace, there's a wide range of opportunities. We've been very fortunate, despite some of the downturns nationally. The Telluride marketplace has actually weathered the storm very well, and really paralleling itself to the other resort areas of Aspen, Jackson Hole, Vail, Beaver Creek, Bachelor's Gulch. It's always interesting to see how we stack up. And while some would say, oh God, this is a premium priced area, when you look closely, actually Telluride is roughly 2/3 the price of many of these competing resorts. For example, properties that we see in the Mountain Village, you know, beautiful penthouse condominiums or ski in, ski out homes, which range in our resort from say $800 to $1,200 a square foot. In competing resorts such as Aspen or Vail, many of these same properties sell for between $1,500 a square foot and $2,500 a square foot. Tremendous price difference. Also because we're relatively younger in the grand scheme of things. For example, we're, say, a 35-year-old resort. Aspen has a much deeper history, but we have a relatively new inventory by comparison, say, in our Mountain Village area. Also, our downtown Telluride is by comparison much smaller than some of these competing resort areas. So there is a tremendous amount of value, and that's one of the things, for me, the best client for me is somebody who's been everywhere, because when they come to a place like Telluride, the best educated consumer immediately understands what tremendous value lays here. And I've seen it time and again. For example, some of the 35-acre estate parcels offered in West Meadows or Sunnyside would be 3 and 4 times the amount. What you can buy here for $3 million would cost you $9 to $12 million in a competing resort such as Aspen. And that is tremendous, tremendous opportunity for those who are savvy and understand, the great resorts of not only North America but internationally speaking. We're also seeing a rise in the number of foreign travelers, whether they're well-heeled international travelers from South America looking to diversify their assets, or now, especially with the currency exchange favoring European markets for people from, say, Great Britain or the European Union. The opportunities in a place like Telluride are at a tremendous discount for what they can buy within their own countries. So while sometimes it's hard to get your arms around that perception of value, for the wise and studied consumer, there is a tremendous amount of opportunity here. For many people, the historic town of Telluride is really their first impression of the entire Telluride region. This spectacular old mining town surrounded by tremendous towering peaks, that's their first impression. And that's the place that kind of resonates with them and where they want to find themselves later on when they're looking for a home. It offers the convenience of being able to walk to skiing, walk to shops and restaurants. For some people, they love the pastel-colored Victorians that line the sunny side of town. For others, they want to be in a ski-in, ski-out condo right at the base of the lift and the gondola. A rather new addition to the town of Telluride opportunities that exist is the area known as Idorado, which are the old holdings of the mining company in the eastern end of the valley. Spectacular lots that line the river and are surrounded by this cathedral of rock that makes up the Box Canyon. Very dramatic setting.
"135 East Columbia Avenue is located just 1 block north of Main Street in downtown Telluride. This property is known as Telluride Shelter and is considered among the finest residences offered for sale in the town of Telluride. Designed by noted local architect Tommy Hine, the residence incorporates the endearing elements of natural light, exceptional quality, and uncompromising attention to detail. Telluride Shelter is a masterwork of traditional design, combining the principles of Feng Shui with the most sophisticated yet sustainable materials and finishes. The lower level features a generous entertaining area and 2 adjacent guest suites. A separate guest house is located contiguous to the main home, offering a unique and comfortable space for visitors or staff. Situated on a quiet, oversized lot, this 6-bedroom home offers the highest levels of comfort and convenience in a setting of understated elegance.